Hey guys, it's Kenz
and Shell.
Welcome back to the Effortless Podcast season finale of season 2.
Finale.
We actually were going to maybe go a little bit longer before the finale, but Shelly's life is like really busy right now and she doesn't have like one free day for the rest of the summer basically. Well, till the end of June. So like we did last year.
It'll end with a bang.
Wow. Pun intended.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, nasty. But I lost my train of thought with that. On that note,
I'm just busy.
You're busy. And last year we did the season 1 this year. So
right.
Took the summer off. So we're going to do the same thing. It'll just be like a little bit earlier than last year. But then we'll be back in September.
For season 3.
Season 3.
Mm-hmm.
So yes. Where do we begin?
Let's just start by saying all of our Portland people, we love you, but
we're moving to Nashville. I wish
Nashville
that was like legitimately true.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So good.
It's so good. It's like
Southern at heart.
Yes. The culture of the South is like amazing.
And like since you've decided that either tall, dark, and handsome or cowboy is your type,
I've learned a new appreciation for cowboys. Like if they're like rough and tough and can like
toss you around like a bale of hay.
Yeah. Catch me like, what is it? What are those little guys that run around?
The little guys that run around? Like the cows at the rodeo and then they tie them up. A little calf now?
Yeah. Like if they're on whatever. Actually a bull rider, although I think they're little. But like short, I mean. Anyways.
The bull. You want the bull. You are the bull rider. You want the bull.
Yes,
that's
all
what it is.
Coming together.
That's all. It makes sense
right.
now. Okay.
Anyways, Nashville is just so enjoyable.
It was literally like so much fun.
It was so fun.
I think it exceeded my expectations.
100%.
Especially because, to start, like, obviously Broadway, in our heads is like, okay, it's just gonna be like a big club scene, kind of like downtown Arizona or something.
Yeah.
And I feel like since it's like country music, it just brings in like a different crowd. Not to say there wasn't like any trash. Well, there really wasn't like anything.
It was really clean, actually.
It was clean, but like the people there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they almost threw me away, but besides that. Apparently dancing on picnic tables isn't
allowed in Nashville.
No, it is.
We learned. But but yes, like it's the people that are there, it's just such a different vibe. Even though at night it does turn into like some of the places we went, it wasn't always country. But
but even that was like mellow.
It was, so much more enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. I guess the point it's like it didn't feel like you were at a club in like downtown Arizona or Vegas or something like that.
Right.
It was like.
And during the day, like there's just live music literally all of the time. And it's so enjoyable. And like there was one spot that we really liked. And a lot of them are like kid friendly for like most of the day. And so there's like live music and little kiddos just on the dance floor.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun.
And then can we talk about also, let's just start at the beginning of the trip with some things. Let's go through our trip.
Okay.
Without all the details.
Okay.
To start, like we're at the airport. Greg's out here telling me like, okay, we should probably like eat some meals at the Airbnb, save some money. Like we don't need to eat out every meal. And I'm kind of like, yeah, we're on vacation. Like, we'll probably eat out every meal. And then we get there and we go out the first night and Greg meets his vocal soulmate, Simon.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden, my point to all of this is then he starts buying them drinks and shots. And I'm like, what happened to being conservative with our finances on this trip?
Right.
It all went out the window.
It was hilarious. This guy, Simon, he was so good. Like,
he was very good.
So
Greg
good.
was like fanboying him real hard.
Yeah. And Greg was buying him and the boys
like
shots.
And he's like, I can't help it. They're so good. I'm like, bro,
He's like, I can't be having my guy drinking water.
Yeah. I'm like, well, goodness. So from there on out, we didn't eat there, but at the
that's true.
place because I think he quickly understood that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, that was comedy.
But that was fun.
Yeah. And that was night 1, which was like, how can this even get better?
The other thing, right. The other thing that's crazy is I feel like, I mean, it was 2 hours ahead. So that was good. But we stayed up to like 3 a.m. I mean, I looked at my clock multiple times. It was like 3 a.m. before we went to bed.
Which is like 1 our time.
We were raging.
Yeah, absolutely. We're shutting places down. It was so fun though. It's like you didn't want to leave.
Yeah. And once again, it felt like clean fun.
Yeah. So then that was night 1. Then day 2, we did like a brunch.
Yeah.
And then like pretty
Normal,
much during the day is like pretty normal.
Yeah.
And so the night 2 was Morgan Wallen round 1.
Round 1. We only had 1 round planned.
We only had gone there planning 1 round of Morgan Wallen.
But
yeah.
Okay. We have to talk about one of the main reasons we had to go back round 2.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And that is, well, you're the one that like can really break this down because I feel like you are like completely in an understanding of like toxic
what's going on
and relationships that are abusive. But it was a family in front of us. Also, there were so many families at Morgan
There
Wallen.
were so many families at Morgan Wallen. Like a lot of young kids.
Yeah.
It was cool.
So like there's this family in front of us. There's this little boy. He's like so cute, probably like 8 or something.
Yeah.
Had like a little cowboy hat on, a little button up.
So cute.
And then his sister and was like her like boyfriend she was probably like 12 or something, 13 maybe, 14 maybe.
I'd say like 14,
I don't know.
yeah.
She was sitting there too. And then there was the parents.
Mm-hmm. And then like the mom's sister, mom's
friend or
somebody was there.
Yeah.
But basically like everything started out fine. The parents were drinking, which like everybody was drinking. So not that big of a deal. But then all of a sudden you notice like the parents were like bickering and
you could tell the dad was like aggressive.
Yeah. I mean, just like how he was like reacting to her. And the poor little boy was like sitting right in the middle of them. And it got to the point they were like yelling at each other. And the girl who's like 14 is like yelling at her mom like,
to stop.
Like you can tell she's so embarrassed.
Yeah. And then the family behind them ended up leaving.
Yeah. So there was a family like sitting directly behind them. And we were like behind that family. The second family. But the family that was like directly behind the fighting family was like parents and then a little boy and a girl, decently young.
Yeah.
I would say like 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. And once the parents ended up getting like a little bit physical, like
the dad was like really like grab her.
Yeah, grab the mom. And the mom was like really like in his face though too.
Yeah.
Kinda.
But then
like going back and forth.
And then like 10 minutes later, they were like making out aggressively.
Yeah.
And then like you could tell the kids were upset, but like the mom was like very drunk, but trying to like get them to like interact with her.
Because she was like, the mom was having like a really good time. Like,
she had to be faking it.
Well, she was like dancing,
singing everything,
trying to interact with her friend, and like they were whatever. And then, so yeah, the family behind them ended up leaving
because it was just too much.
And then,
but then by the end of the concert, it was literally like the grand finale time.
Yeah, like we were trying to get so into it.
Greg was like so mad. He was about to beat that man.
Because it was like super sad because they were like fighting above the little boy. And then the little boy tried to like get up and like go sit by his sister.
Because the sister was trying to like hurt him.
Yeah, to like get him out of the situation. And the dad like grabbed the little boy and was like talking to him in his ear. And then the little boy was crying.
And then eventually he like grabbed the mom and she like ducked down as though she was expecting him to like do something crazy.
Yeah.
And then the sister took the little boy like out and then the dad ended up, it was like a whole shit show.
Whole scene. Like it was so sad.
But it was like you couldn't not watch it.
Well, yeah. And you couldn't just like enjoy the concert while this like domestic
situation was happening.
Like
it was like disturbing.
For sure.
It was honestly disturbing.
Clearly like it was so clear that is not the first time the kids have seen that, which obviously.
Right.
But just like how they were responding.
And like how the sister was like protecting the little, or like was.
Yeah.
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 Anyways, all that to say, we left and we're like, that's like pretty much all we could talk about though.
It was such a good concert. But we didn't leave the first night feeling like, wow, that was like such an enjoyable night.
Yeah. Lucky for us, Morgan was back for the next day. And Greg, I mean, me and Shelly were like, we're going. And Greg is like, I don't know. I'm like, get him a few drinks. We'll be going. And then sure enough, we up in there and it did not disappoint.
so fun. And we made new friends.
Yeah, we're 17.
There was like this pack of high schoolers
They
who were
were
sitting
so
with
cute.
us, and they were so funny and cute and just like having the best time.
They were
like good vibes only. They were loving Greg.
Love
they
them.
Greg, like they were besties by the end of it, dancing. Like it was so fun.
And then the sweet girl next to you who lost her vape pen in her pants and then offered.
She kept offering me her weed pen that she had lost somewhere up her pants. And I said,
like, I'm
no,
straight up that.
But people, I mean, how sweet is that?
Everyone's just so nice. She loses her pen up her panties.
And it was, and
if she's even wearing them, we don't know.
Right.
Like,
no judgment, obviously.
Right.
And so that night was like,
that was
straight
fun.
fire. It was so fun.
And then we went out afterwards.
And then after we made some new friends who, like, leaving the concert, there's like a sea of people.
Yeah, like going.
You leave the concert venue because we were at the Nissan Stadium. And so you like leave and then you just walk over this bridge and you're on Broadway.
Right.
So there's just like a million people. And so you're just like right next to people. Ken's and I are
vibing.
A super good time.
I'm chanting USA. I got some response.
Yeah.
A few. USA. And there was like some
like that.
Yeah, Greg was so embarrassed.
I know. He was vibing though. He liked it. And then, but we met some people who were like telling us where to move to once we moved there. And it was just so fun.
Yeah, it was so fun.
Yeah. And then that night in Broadway, we just like, we were just like taking pictures like on Broadway.
We're
just really like vibing and having a good time.
Yeah. It was fun.
It was so fun.
Where I honestly am like trying to think back to that night though. Where did we go? Random, like just some random spots.
Yeah, I feel like we just kind of went to some random spots. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We went to like the rooftop place.
I don't know why I'm like.
And then that was the night that your stomach was
No, that was night one. That was Morgan night one.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm. I remember because I was in the jumpsuit. I was really
bloated. Oh, yes.
Yes. Killing me.
Yeah.
Anyways. And then our our second to last night. We also got cute ear piercings.
We did at the stud store.
Matching little cowboy boots. Mm-hmm. It was so fun.
Because even like during the day, like there's literally live music everywhere.
Mm-hmm. It was so fun.
Which is fun. And then we went and checked out this place called Franklin.
Oh, yeah.
That was the next day, right?
Mm-hmm. You're right. Which was cute.
It was super cute. Like a cute little town outside, like 30 minutes outside of Nashville.
Yeah.
And so we went there and like ate.
And then, we did. Remember, I was getting irritable.
Yeah. We had to get Ken's food.
Yeah.
And
my main disappointment, I don't know if you guys have been to Nashville or not. Some of you probably have, is there's this place called Frice Cream.
Oh.
And it's a fry and ice cream shop. Like you get it together. And I was really determined to get there. Never did. You guys never let me go.
But she talked about it the entire trip, let me tell you.
Yeah, so that was rude. We have to go back just for the Frice Cream. Greg was so annoyed at me.
It was funny.
But it was just so fun. But then we met some more friends. Dun, dun, dun.
We did meet some more friends.
Okay, break it down. I'm going to let you say however much of it you want. Can we start though with like...
That's definitely dramatic.
Yeah, it was dramatic. Let's start with the scene. Break it down. Break down the initial.
Okay, so I'm not going to give out too many details just because I don't want to like...
shoot.
Well, you never know who listens. So
right.
I don't want to like... Anyways. So one of the days we were... Because I'm on my like guy finding mission at this point.
Well, yeah. And I mean, like, what a better place than the South.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
many Southern
we had
gentlemen
gone shopping, and at one of the places that we went, there was this guy, and he was like so cute, and he worked at the store. I'm not going to say the store. Don't say the store.
I almost did.
I know, so don't say the store. And I was like, oh my gosh, she is so cute. And so then we're like, Ken's and I are like stalling in the store.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like, go ask him for your shoe size. Yeah.
Anyways, he was just interacting with Greg.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, well, whatever. Anyways, so we leave and I don't know, I guess we weren't really like thinking anything of him after that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he's cute.
Yeah.
But he didn't interact, so.
Yeah. So we were like, okay, whatever. So then we leave, and then this next night we're out, and so I feel like I've described my type quite a bit on this show.
Mhm.
And so like there wasn't like a
This show.
on this show
We're now
on the podcast. There wasn't very many
Mhm.
in like the places we had gone.
Right.
So we go to this bar that we liked a lot, and we go to the rooftop, and there was a guy sitting at the bar, and he was like
Alone.
alone
Bomb.
and like very attractive.
Like your type to a T.
Yeah.
Tall, dark, handsome,
yes, cute.
cute.
And so
great smile.
I was like, oh my gosh, like I like see him right when we walk in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. But then in my head, I'm like, well, his girlfriend's probably in the bathroom. Like, who comes
Yeah.
here by themselves?
Right.
Like,
Nobody.
and just sits there.
Mhm.
And so we like walk by, and him and I make eye contact, and
You
then
guys are
we
vibing.
just keep walking.
Well, we were in the bathroom.
And this is when we first walked in. We were
Oh, okay,
going
yeah,
out
yeah.
to the outdoor area.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, he is so cute. And then, but I was like, in my head, I'm like, okay, well, I had pointed him out to Ken's, and I was like, well, his girlfriend's probably here. He's waiting for something or whatever. So then we're just like doing our thing. And then we go to the bathroom together, obviously. And so we're like walking, and we like make eye contact again, and he's still by himself. And I'm like, maybe he is here by himself.
Yeah.
Like,
What's
that
going
would
on?
be, yeah, like weird.
And then all of a sudden he was like an angel sent from heaven. We're like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is it.
So then we start making up all these things in our head, like he's the one.
Well, we
And
weren't quite there yet.
We weren't there yet.
Yeah.
So then Ken's and I leave the bathroom, and we're like walking back, and he's like, hey guys, like, can I buy you guys a drink?
Hey, y'all.
And it's probably what he said. I don't even know what he said. He was like, can I buy you guys a drink? And in my head, I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, daddy.
So anyways, he like buys us both a drink, and we're just like standing there chatting with him for a second. Just basically like, what's your name? Like very big. And so he was like telling me, he's like, I'm just here for work. I'm just here for a couple days. So my friend like told me this is like a fun spot to go. So I just came. So we like verified that he was by himself, and I was like,
So
oh,
then
wow.
at that point, we're like, you
That
can
point.
come outside if you want, because my husband's out there.
Yeah, we were like, oh, her husband's out there. We're just like hanging. We're from out of town too. If you want to like, come
But
out
like
there.
as we're walking over there, we're like, oh my gosh, like
We go
he's the
running
one.
over to
He's
Greg.
the one. Shelly's like, I found my husband. And I'm like, and I started getting a little bit emotional to myself because I'm like, she's moving to the south. This is the end of it for us.
right?
There's
No. I'm saying right. That's what happened.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the end of it for us.
No, I'm so sure. So then he like comes
If
over.
you go,
and
I
he's
go.
just like vibey, and like we're
Yeah,
like,
and then you would
chatting.
like turn and be like, oh,
Mhm.
typical.
yeah, very typical. And then so we're like chatting, whatever. And he seems like fun, nice, and he was like, we had a lot of same interests.
Yeah.
I almost said something that I shouldn't have. So then he was like, oh, my friend who lives here, who he was like planning to meet that night, because he's like, my friend lives here. He's the one that gave me this recommendation. He's going to meet us out. And I'm like, okay, cool. Whatever. So his friend shows up,
And Greg is like, we know him.
and I was like, what?
And he's like, this is the guy from the store.
And it was
And we're
the
like,
guy
oh my gosh.
the super cute store guy. And I was like, OMG.
You're like, now I got two daddies.
Now I got two daddies. How do I choose? No, I'm kidding. So, anyways, so then we hung out with them for the night, and it
Which
was
is so
fun because, like, not only was I vibing with them, like they were vibing. Well, one more than the other was vibing with like all of us,
Mhm.
like in the best way. Like our personalities. Like it was just like
Everybody
such
was
a fun
clicking.
time. Yeah. And something also that I like really liked is that both of them, and I think that this is just like a Southern culture thing,
Mhm.
like both of them very much were like went to Greg to like introduce themselves to Greg, even though like
They're
because
respectful.
originally the first store guy didn't know if me or Kes was with
It
Greg
can be confusing.
or if we both were. So anyways, he kind of explained like when he was in the store, like that's why he was only interacting with Greg, which I feel like that's like, very
that's
respectful.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Anyways, so that night was
Really fun.
it was so fun.
like we were just out and dancing.
jamming. Yeah.
Like, broke off a few people.
Yeah. And even that, like, because it kind of turned into like club like that
But it was
place.
still not like
But
gross.
it wasn't like you didn't. It's not like you were like it was just it's just a different vibe. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
It was so fun. So that night was like super fun. Just like ended up hanging out with them until like 3 a.m. again. And then we walked back. But that was very fun.
And anything else you want to add to the rest of the...
So
Shelly's engaged.
No, gosh.
I'm just kidding.
I wish. One, I'm not gonna say what is what, but one of them, I don't know.
I'm not gonna say anything.
No, I
because I'm
know.
gonna give you the reins.
I know. So that night was very fun. One of them was
very into you.
One of them was super. Yeah, I feel like one of them was like into me, and one of them like kind of. I don't know. I mean, say it.
Yeah, but a lot of time, just whatever you want to say.
I know. Basically, like one of them turned out to be like fully my type. Like checked a bunch of the boxes of like what I would want to be with somebody, and then the other one slowly didn't check all the boxes, right? I would say. And then the next day, so then like we had fun with them, whatever, left, and then the next day, the one who like
was not checking the boxes,
that wasn't checking the boxes, still wanted to like
so dramatic, right?
Still wanted to like hang out and like whatever, and so I like tried to hang out with him one more time, and it just turned out to be
me and Greg had to rescue her.
Yeah, Kent and Greg had to rescue me.
Greg was panicking.
I know.
Nothing happened. Everything was fine.
Everybody's fine.
But
yes, go. But clearly was like now you can like see through a lot of
that. Yeah, but it was
a bummer.
It was a bummer.
But I mean, overall, like so much fun.
It was so fun.
So fun.
One of the best decisions of our entire lives was going to Morgan round 2.
Yes.
You know, like, well, that's something we'll never regret.
Yeah. No, heck no. We should have gone all 3 nights.
I know. We messed up. Next time.
We messed up.
But it was just so much fun.
It was so fun. Like,
now we're in this dilemma. Like, I want to move there. We both want to move there. But then we have like family.
I mean, I would move tomorrow.
I know you would. I'm like, my holdup is just like family is here. I feel guilty like taking my kids away from like grandparents that they see all the time because I don't want to be the same. But then I like have so many other things that I'm like, there's so many pros or things that I like about that area that you just don't get here.
For sure.
So it's like a tough dilemma. So I just need my parents to move. Jen Greg's parents can move there too. Big party. So if all of our families could just pick up and move,
be great.
Be really great.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Mm-hmm. So that was just the best time ever.
It was. And then like coming back was like
depressing.
So sad. Like having to go back to work and stuff. Like I want to cry.
Yeah, don't cry. Yeah. So we need to go back soon. Real soon.
For sure.
Anything else? Okay, so that's like our Nashville breakdown.
Yeah.
It was the best.
Highly recommend going.
Yeah. And then so now you are grinding right now.
Yeah, you're on that grind mode. Work
for the summer. Work clinicals, busted out that NP.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm out here just like, you know, living the life.
Raising 3 kids who are about to be out of school.
I know. And it's like busy season now for photos. Like coming in hot. Yeah. We're just excited. It'll be fun. I'm excited for the summer. We're gone a lot, but it'll be fun. Anyways, that's like our breakdown. Is there any other tidbits of information or anything we need to give to the people before we sign off for the summer?
I don't think so.
I mean, as always, if there's ever like specific topics and stuff that you guys want us to talk about, and maybe we'll do like a midsummer like
check-in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Or like if you meet the man of your dreams, when you meet him.
When I manifest it, gotta manifest.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, well, that was a fun season. We kind of dropped the ball on guests.
Oh yeah.
We really did.
Yeah.
But season 3, we are gonna pick that up. We have people that we've actually like talked to and really want to have that I think would be beneficial. Yeah. So I think that season 3, we need to focus on being like
strict with our guests.
Strict with our guests and like give people good information in each episode. Not they don't love when we just talk about randomness, but there will still always be some of that as well. Anyways, yeah. Thanks for joining us for season 2 of the Effortless Podcast. And don't forget to like and share this podcast wherever you listen to podcasts with all your friends and family. Have a good summer, and we'll see you in September.